Hey, what's up guys? Sick Fedora Bro here today. Thought I'd bring you guys another video. Today, I have a bit of a confession to make. I have been hiding one of my cars from you. Now, I haven't been doing a very good job of it, so if you spotted it in one of my previous videos, looking at this one, nice and deep.
What the fuck is that?
Then, you know, good for you, I guess? I don't know. So today I'm going to be showing you guys this said other vehicle, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. I know it's not as exciting to most people as the 370Z as I have, but I think it's a pretty exciting car, and it definitely has some interesting quirks to it. And if you owned one, you would realize how interesting they really are, because they really are something different. But nonetheless, here is the car. So that is my 1995 C4 Corvette in dark rose metallic. This is definitely one of the more rare colors if you're looking to get one of these. Not the rarest though. There's like this copper color and this turquoise color. Yeah, about those seem to be the rarest, but I would say this is possibly a close third or fourth. Truly one of the most iconic American cars, and definitely paved the way for the Corvette. The newer generations, of course, and honestly, it is a lot of people don't like these, but they're like super cool. I don't understand why people don't really like them. I mean, they're not really that fast, but you know, for its time, you know, it did like a pretty much a high 5, 0 to 60, which I would say is pretty good in the 90s, right? Like, that sounds good to me. I wasn't around then, but this is a base model, you know, 5.7, 8, 0 to 60. That sounds good to me. And it's equipped with a 4-speed. Like, imagine how much more quick this car would be if it had a 6-speed. And yes, if you guys watch that little cinematic edit I did there, yeah, you'll notice mine's automatic, and honestly, my biggest regret I have buying this car was buying it in automatic. It would be so much more fun to drive one of these in stick, but unfortunately mine is auto, of course. You know, driving stick shift is just phenomenal. I learned on my Z, and I don't think I'm ever going back. I mean, the only way that I'll have to go back to driving normal is if electric cars become the norm and there's like some sort of government mandate and all that, then obviously I have no choice. But stick shift is so fun, dude. And honestly, you become a way better driver for doing it. You're way more aware of everything, and you can have more control of your car. Just way nice. But I didn't buy this car when I did know how to drive stick, and I was kind of a pussy, to be honest. Like, I was too much of a bitch to learn. So, I mean, I guess you pay the price, right? But I'm looking to keep this car probably its entire life. I'm gonna try to prolong its life as much as possible, of course. It is a very beautiful car, and honestly, I have a lot of I'm gonna go off track here for what the whole video is supposed to be about, because the video is supposed to be about like, you know, the quirks and whatnot of this car. But I have plans to probably do like a crazy engine swap if for whatever reason my engine were to blow up, or if my tranny goes, I'm definitely 6-speed swapping it. Those are just some of my plans, but as of right now, I don't really have any interest in modifying the drivetrain at all. Maybe the engine, of course, and putting an exhaust on it and whatnot, but it, for the most part, is going to stay stock. I just have I have the Z, which I'm more interested in modifying that than I am this, and I also plan on getting another car in the future, near future, so that also takes up some funds that I would then use to possibly modify this car. My most favorite feature of this car, of course, is the pop-up headlights. That's what drew me to it as a kid. This is my dream car from back then, and I was about to pop the hood. And wow, that would have been a goofball move. But honestly, look at that. It really doesn't get too much better than that. It looks great. Very aesthetically pleasing, and I love seeing it with the headlights up. Looks great to me. Very vintage and retro-esque. Love it. It's beeping at me right now because it doesn't like when the lights are up. There's no key in the ignition. And yes, of course, it is unfortunately an automatic, but it's still fun to drive. Like, you'd be surprised. You drive one of these, you'd be very surprised how fun it is to drive. I still have a ton of fun driving it. Otherwise, if I didn't, dude, this thing would have been gone already. I would have sold this already, picked up another stick shift sports car, or something fun, stick shift. But even though it's automatic, this is probably one of the most fun automatics you could ever drive. No, it doesn't have the paddle shifters. It is a true automatic from the 90s. They didn't have those back then. But it's still so fun to put your foot on the gas and just go. It feels so powerful, and it feels like you're going so much more fast than you actually are when you are driving one of these. It is so fun. And that is why I still own this thing. If it weren't for that, this thing would be long gone. And I cannot get over these saw blade wheels, man. Like, I've had a lot of people ask me, hey man, what are you gonna do to the car? You gonna get some new wheels for it? And I'm like, fuck no, man, look at those things. Have you ever seen a wheel like it? I sure as hell fucking haven't. Like, it looks so good. Oh man, it just fits. It fits the car so well. A lot of people don't like them, and you know what? No problem, but I like them. It looks great. Fits the body lines of the car. It just makes sense, and I don't know, man. There's just something about these wheels that I love. They look so good with the Corvette. So good. And oh man, I haven't even showed you guys this. This is one of my favorite parts of the car too. The hatch. Like, look how much space this gives you for a coupe. This is crazy, bro. Like, look at that. You know, this is literally a grocery getter. You can fit all of your groceries in there, no problem, dude. Like, so nice. All that space. Got the manual right there. And honestly, why don't I show you guys the belly of the beast, dude? The fucking engine looks super dope. Oh, man. There we go, man. The belly of the beast. 5.7 liter V8, 2-valve per cylinder. And wow, like, everything is open on this engine, dude. They're so easy to work on it. Like how many people in the comments, like how many of you can say you can reach your hand in each of these components of the engine? Not a lot of cars are like that today, man. Honestly, so easy to work on. So easy. Like, if you wanted to change out the headers on these things, a lot of cars are a pain in the ass. We're going to do it on my Z. And that's one of the hardest cars to do it on. But this, dude, this would be so easy to do. Like, look, they're right there. I can see the bolts for it. No problem. No problem. There's only like 4 bolts too. Shit, maybe I'll put headers on the Vette. I've been thinking about it exhaust. I know I'm saying I want to keep it stock, but it could use a little more sound, you know. Probably a simple catback will do. I would prefer to not have to worry about passing inspection with this thing. I already worry enough with the Z. But honestly, phenomenal. And if, here, you know what, I'll even do it to show you guys. All right, it's got 50,000 miles on the clock. This is a super well cared for engine. Whoever owned this car before me, thank you, because this thing is mint. If it would open up, you know. Shoot. Let me get my light, my phone. You will see how mint this engine is. Like, look at that. Look at that, all right? I mean, the engine, or the oil in there, it's a little darker than I normally have it at. It's definitely due for an oil change in the very near future. I'll probably do it after winter's over because I don't really drive this thing too much anyway during the winter. But you guys saw how clean that was. Shoot, forgot that side. You guys saw how absolutely clean that was inside the oil cap. There are no burns from the oil. Whoever owned this car before, man, did a phenomenal job. Did their oil changes on time. Very well cared for. Hardly any rust. The wheels are in great shape. A lot of people see this car and ask me, oh man, how much did you pay for those tires? I bet they were really expensive. They're not too bad. They're really not too bad. Everyone seems to think that these tires are so damn expensive for this car. Yeah, they're really not that bad. I paid about, I want to say 200 something for the rears, because this is a staggered setup. There's 285s in the rears, and the front tires, I want to say, costed something like high 100s, like 190 or something like that. So like, I made out with a whole set of new tires for like a little bit less than 800 bucks. And I'll take it, dude. You look at the Dodge Viper, whoo, fuck me. That shit has expensive ass tires. It's a very wide car, and honestly, Dodge Viper would be very fun to own, but everyone seems to think that these are expensive to maintain and the tires are expensive, which, speaking of maintaining one of these cars, man, so cheap. So cheap. There's only a very few amount of parts you really got to worry about, like the motor, for the pop-up headlights, of course. I've owned this thing for, shit, man, almost a year and 3/4. Yeah, almost a year and 3/4. And I can confidently say it's stupid cheap to maintain. All I've really had to do was I had to put new tires on it because when I bought it, they were dry rotted. I had to replace the one motor for the pop-up headlight. Not too bad. And pretty much everything else has been oil changes. I mean, I did a couple other things just to be meticulous, because I'm very meticulous when I maintain my cars, and I like to have them in good shape. But honestly, all I've had to do was an oil change. Like, that is phenomenal. This thing has like some Toyota Camry, Honda Civic reliability, man. Like, it's crazy. I would daily drive this. Now, honestly, I'm ranting and raving about how clean this is, but there's something you guys don't really know, all right? This is a driver's car, okay? I drive this thing pretty hard. It's very fun to drive. And when you drive a car pretty hard, well, it wears a little bit more quickly, and it does have its wear for also having been a 25-year-old car going on 26. So I will show you guys, all right? So the paint, honestly, it's pretty damn good for a 95, but it's got a lot of swirls in it. If we were in sunlight right now, you would totally see what I'm talking about. I can show you guys this. This is bad, all right? This is on both sides. So the door cards are coming apart from the door, man. Actually, maybe the other side's better. I think, or other side's worse, I meant to say. I think the other side's a little worse. Yeah, you can see a little tear there, but oh yeah, that one's way worse. Yeah, door cards are coming apart from the door. I don't know if it's some sort of adhesive or if a screw broke or plastic. I don't really know, but yeah, that's really unfortunate, but I don't really have plans on fixing it until it is literally on the ground when I open the door. Another part of this car that is broken, that bothers me a lot actually, is this thing. That's my garage opener, don't worry about that. This little center console, which by the way, most useless fucking cup holder ever, can literally only carry a soda can. Anything else, haha, good luck. But yeah, this is broken. What? You're not supposed to close. You are not supposed to close for the video. Alright, there we go. Now it's kind of fucked. Damn, yeah. So that's how it is. Because there's a little plastic bracket in here that broke. So that's super unfortunate. I also don't have plans to fix that either. Because is it really worth the 20 bucks to find this thing? I mean, I could go to a salvage yard, but is that even worth it really? Not to me, I don't think. But that's broken, and honestly, that's really unfortunate. I don't really have any specific examples to show you, really. I mean, I guess there's this one, but the carpet is starting to see some age, of course, as any 90s car would. This little trim here. I guess the other side got tucked. I'll tuck this side too. But it's starting to get a little, this part right here where the lining of the fabric is starting to get a little ripped up from the carpet. It's not really that big of a deal. It's not too bad. I almost forgot the target top. You guys probably can't see that. It's starting to get pretty dark. I tried to pick a really nice day to do this. There you go. You can see, I mean, my footage is a little grainy here because I upped the ISO all the way up. But it's got scratches in it because I took a knife to get rid of the headliner. Your boy's got some really curly hair, and I'm about 6 foot 1 to 2 inches. I think I'm 6'1½", something like that. But it's a big issue when I'm sitting in this car and my head is on the headliner and my hair gets all frizzy and whatnot, and it ruins my hair and all this. So it's all scuffed right now, but I have plans to sand it down and paint it over it with black paint so it looks, well, from the factory of course, but until then we have exposed fiberglass and some scratch marks on it. Not that big of a deal. It'll take like a couple hour fix, no big deal. Final quirk of the car I gotta show you guys. Well, actually, I guess there's two more. Is there is a literal safe in the car. And yes, my car keys right here, okay, as I drop them and hit my car with them, great idea, literally unlock the car. I'm pretty sure it's this key. I'm not going to do it for you guys because there's nothing in there, but it is a literal safe. Like a safe in your car. Isn't that a little excessive? But you know, it's still cool to have. And well, if you guys did not know, you do fill the gas up in the back of the car. A lot of people ask, yo, what side does it fill up on? Or if I mention like, yo, I'm filling up in the middle of the car, and they're like, what? Yeah, dude, like this thing lifts up and you fill in the back of the car. And honestly, that is like, it looks so nice. I like that so much. So sometimes the gas pump or the gas hose has trouble reaching, and that's where you kind of run into issues. But other than that, it's really no big deal. It's pretty legit. Pretty legit. A lot of people also wonder, does this thing have a spare tire? The answer is yes, okay? No, it is not in the top here. It is on the bottom of the car, which is a bit unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is, of course. Shoot, you guys can't really see. It's just that dark. Let me get my light. There you go. That's the cover for the tire, and there's that little nut you have to undo if you want to drop it down. You can see the tread there a little bit. It is not a full-size tire because Chevy says fuck you. It is also a sports car, so I guess you really wouldn't want a full tire in the back of your car for weight savings, but it is there, of course. So I want to give you guys a couple revs. It is the stock exhaust. And honestly, I'm kind of doing this for myself because I want to hear what it sounds like on camera, but I'll just give you guys a couple revs because, like, you know, why not? Even with no exhaust, like, just hearing the engine rev is crazy, man. Sounds phenomenal. But yeah, there's some revs for you guys, and I'll see you guys in the car. So I'll do a couple pulls. Oh, the speed bump. Okay, that wasn't too bad. And that'll pretty much conclude the video. I'm sure this entire video of me rambling, I hope it's somewhat entertaining for you guys, because I know this is people are a lot more interested in the Z than this. Guys, basically like 2 pulls, man. Or actually, shit, I'll give you one right now if you want. Yeah, we're going up a hill. Why don't we? Of course, why don't we? It's always fun. Yeah, she's more quick on the bottom end than the top end, so probably not too impressive for you guys. And I mean, we were going up a hill, but I'm not gonna give any excuses for the car, of course. Oh wait, we gotta turn traction control off. Son of a bitch. All right, you guys ready for this? Slow down here. We're gonna go to a complete stop because there is nobody behind us, and we're just gonna mash the gas. You guys ready? Oh man! Now, if I was trying to go 0 to 60 as quick as possible, that is definitely not how to do it. I just wanted to fishtail the car a little bit because it does feel so fun kicking the back end out on this because it's so easy. Like, it's ridiculous. So, I really hope you guys enjoy this video. Looking to get you guys some content, of course. Keep it fresh. I know I had a good time today. I'm sorry about that. And hopefully you guys are interested in my content. You know, again, critique me. Tell me what you guys want to see, what I can do better. And I will do my best to do that for you guys. I hope you guys like and subscribe for more content, of course, because that is what motivates me. I love seeing those numbers go up. And I hope you guys have a good day. Peace.